There we go. All right, so find your space. And shake it out. Shifting your weight, turning your waist. Big circles out front. Lifting and dropping shoulders, twisting motions with your hands, planting breath into the nose, out to the mouth on the downward stroke. And swing arms. Inhale up, exhale down. Side to side. Inhale to center, exhale as you swing out. Turning, gently twisting. One foot forward, rocking forward and back. Exhale as you bounce the hands off your body on the forward shift each time. And switch feet. And parallel structure, sink into your heels, rock forward on the inside of the feet, plucking up, exhaling. Relax the hands, drawing in, squeezing your shoulder blades together, inhaling on the way down with lotus palms. Release the hands, pluck up, exhaling, draw inhaling, squeezing shoulder blades together and back. Inside of the foot forward, outside of the foot back and down. And then swinging legs, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Start small, build up. If you need to hold on to something for balance, just touch gently something on the side. It only takes about 2 ounces of pressure to help your balance in that regard. And the other side. Exhale forward, inhale back. Touching front and back opposing hand. And the other side. Root. Swing easy. And the other side. Both hands in front, both hands in back. And the other side. And looking up, inhaling, squeezing shoulder blades together and back. Exhale, forward and down, rolling your shoulders forward, hollowing the chest. 5-second exhalation. 5-second inhalation. This slow breathing puts us into the rest and digest modality of the autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic portion of that nervous system. And then side to side. Inhale as you look to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades together and back. Exhaling to center, rolling your shoulders forward. And when you're doing this, you want to keep your chin tucked, tailbone tucked, toes spread. knees soft. And then horseshoe shape from side to side. Again, exhaling to center, inhaling to the side. And full circle. And the other direction. And then shoulders, swimming a backstroke. And the other direction. And then coming up the front and down the back with both shoulders like rowing a boat. Inhale up and back, exhale down and forward. And the other direction, coming up the back and down the front. Inhale, back and up, exhale, over and down. Then fists together, pull twice, palms up, high, low, low, high. Pull twice, palms up, high, low, low, high. Then turning twice, ha, 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 ha. Holding hands, offering resistance, ha, 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 ha. And then white crane spreads wings. Forward foot, low hand on the same side of the body. Palm down, fingers lifted, fingers pointing forward. High hand, palm out, fingers lifted. Inhale to center, exhale as you spread your wings. The hip movement is diagonal, shift your weight, diagonal, and then square your hips at the end of spreading your wings. And then twist your body towards the front foot, low hand side. The low hand, palm down, fingers pointing to your bottom. Your high hand, palm up, fingers pointing behind you. And then tip your head to one side, open and close the fist on the other side, and nod. Soften the backs of the knees, spread your toes, tuck your tailbone. Other side. Then pull one hand over, tip your head the same way, and nod again. And the other side. Then raise one hand, palm up out to the side, point your fingers down, rotate your hand so the thumb points back, push the heel of the palm away, tip your head away from the hand, and nod. This dredges the large intestine meridian. And the other side. Very helpful for moving the energy that helps transmission of transformation of the food and the digestive system moving through the large intestine. And the other side, rib cage circle, sorry, not other side, but chest, focusing on your rib cage. Inhale as your chest goes forward, squeezing your shoulder blades together and back, and then exhale as you go back, rolling your shoulders forward. And the other direction. And then close hand fist, other hand covers, gently massage your center as you make slow hula-like movements with your hips and waist. And the other direction. Rolling hips, coming up the back and down the front, rolling a ball between your hands. Turn the ball over on the side, carry it across the front. Turn it over on the side, carry it across the front. So the hands are moving in conjunction with the movement of the elbows. The elbows are moving in conjunction with the shoulders. Shoulders are moving in conjunction with the hips. And the other direction. Rising away, falling close. So you come up the front and down the back with the hips. And then feet together, little circles with your knees. And the other direction. Open out, inside forward, outside back. And the other direction. And then circle one foot, dangle the opposite hand, press down on the knuckles with the heel of your palm, pluck up on the hand and drop your elbows. Let your shoulders sink, tuck your chin, soften the back of the leg of the one you're standing on. Spread your toes, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Then fingers point in, thumb pushing on the pinky knuckle of the back of the hand. Fingers wrap around the base of the thumb on the palm. As you twist the hand, you drop the hand down to the height of your waist, and the thumb slides along the bone of the hand in alignment with that bone up to about the middle knuckle of each finger, folding them in individually towards the palm. Dangle the hand, thumb pushes thumb towards wrist, fingers wrap around wrist and squeeze. Again, think of stretching your shoulders and elbows downwards while stretching your neck and head upward. Palm out, pull back. Palm out, fingers down, pull back, pushing the heel of the palm away. And then circle the other foot. Dangle the opposite hand, press down on the knuckles, pluck up on the hand itself, shoulders and elbows down. Turn the fingers in, thumb pushing in alignment with the bone of the hand, fingers pulling on the base of the thumb. Drop the hand down to the waist height and slide the thumb along each digit. Dangle the hand, thumb pushes thumb, fingers grasp wrist and squeeze. Palm out, pull back. Palm out, fingers down, pull back. Then patting out, starting at the crown chakra, lightly tapping. Back of the head. Forehead, drop your shoulders. Ears, push the door closed and then tap with your middle finger. Third eye, center of the forehead. Inside the eyebrows. Outside the eyebrows. Under the eyes. Base of the nostrils. Upper lip. Lower lip. Jaw. Throat. Grief point, center of each pectoral muscle. Under the collarbones. Under the arm. Other side. Shoulder. Other side. Edge of hand. Other side. Outside the arm. Inside the arm. Outside the other arm. Inside. Thumping the thymus gland, let out your Tarzan or Jane yell. Oh! Kidneys, adrenals, high-pitched E sound. Belt channel under the ribs. Center. Hips. Bottoms. Backs of the legs down, up the front and inside. Down the outside and the back of the legs, up the front and inside. And then bottoms of the feet, thinking into the bubbling well just behind the ball of the foot. Kidney 1, the meridian system. It's your energetic connecting point of the body to the planet. Smooth it out around the back of the head, down the center line, press in. Underneath the arm. Around, down, press in. Over the top, around, down, press in, underneath, and press in. Inside and outside of both arms. Over the crown, down the back, backs of the legs, around the feet and up the front, down the back, up the front. One more time, tracing the meridians. And then just below solar plexus, pushing in, bending over, walking the fingers down the abdomen. Come up on the right side, down on the left side. Rubbing the belly in the same way. Then palm up, Indonesian hand dances. Index finger out. Palm down, index finger in, touching the thumb. So we have 1 up and 3 down. Same thing with the other hand. 1 up, 3 down. Both hands moving in opposition. So finger movements are opposing and palms are opposing. So you have a palm up and a palm down each time. Palm up is 1, palm down is 3. So you have a 1 up and a 3 down each time. Then, if you can, take your 1 up and put it inside the circle of your 3 down hand. Then right hand, index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. Left hand is the opposite. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Palms facing opposing directions. Finger movements opposing and complementary. So while the right hand is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, simultaneously left hand is doing 4, 3, 2, 1. So these exercises that we do with Indonesian hand dances are designed to strengthen your corpus callosum, interlace. It helps us when we cross our fingers or hands slightly over the central line. It also helps test the brain. And you're getting opposing movements of hands and fingers, so you have to have both hemispheres functioning simultaneously. Palms turn in, make fists, pinky and thumb, thumb and pinky. So this way you're exercising your brain in a profoundly interesting way, and that's why it's so challenging in the very beginning of these exercises. And then it's a way of maintaining those connections and amplifying them as you grow in the practice. Index away, thumb in. Same thing with the other hand. So index away, thumb in, only 1 finger out from either hand. Circles, the hands will always be approximately the same height from the ground as each other. They both rise at the same time. They both fall at the same time. They meet at the South Pole. They're far apart at the equator, and they meet at the North Pole. Then, if you can, turn your hands at the bottom and at the top so the palms address one another around the sphere. Then, if you can, add in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 finger movements, which now puts several functions, circles, finger movements, the hand turns, all into one exercise, which then amplifies those connections to each other for connection, which then helps you stream energy to and from hands to the brain. Then, and vice versa. Heel-toe opposition, turning on your central axis. Your head stays relatively still. You lift the heel on the side where the knee goes forward. You lift the toes on the side where the knee goes back. Then if you can, add the circles back in. Then if you can, build on that by adding the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 finger movements. If you can, turn your head side to side with your eyes moving in the opposite direction from where you turn your face. And if you can, sink and rise. All right, good, good. Let's do a quick check-in, see if everybody's doing all right. Doing okay?
Yep,
right.
Awesome, thank you.
Yes, perfect. All right, so we have been working with the 5 elements, and so we'll continue with that today. I think we had gotten to the point where we had done the tall grass. Okay, that's correct, right? We'd gotten to the tall grass movement all the way around. Good. Okay. So what happens then is when we do the tall grass all the way around, so we'll start right there, that if we have been facing in our original front, right? We start from facing away for that woodwind movement. It goes out, turns, and goes full 360, and then another 180 around to the front. So if our original front was like, if I'm facing you and I step back with my left, then my first turn will be toes in and I step around facing the other direction. My left foot is forward. Then as I go out and up to the height of my shoulders and I start, I do a 180-degree turn, and then another 180-degree turn, and a third 180-degree turn coming back around to the original front. At that point, if I've been turning to my right, my left hand covers my belly, covers my dantian. I shift my weight onto that side and I drop the hand on the side that I've been turning towards, and my toes lift as I turn my waist. I then gather the metal energy, Jing, gold, and it comes down the center line as we turn our body. It looks like a serrated blade edge, and the hand comes down and presses in. Then you shift to that side and you lift the toes as you turn your body and gather the gold to that side. And it comes down the center line, shifting and turning. So your hand, when it comes down, I'll come a little bit closer. So if you've been turning to the, I'm going to kind of, if you're turning to your left, let's do a mirror. If you're turning to your left, then that left hand will, I mean, if you're turning to the, I'm going to try to say it backwards. If you're turning to the left, your right hand will cover your dantian. Your left hand will then gather, and when it comes down the center line, you're shifting and turning. But if I didn't move my body, my hand would come straight down the center. So it's coming straight down the center, but the shifting and turning makes it look like a serrated blade because it is moving left and right, but it's not moving separately from the body, it's moving with the body. Then you cover your center with that hand. The other hand goes out, drops down, and gathers up behind you over the top, and then comes down the center line, shifting and turning in that same fashion. And then both hands are at center. So this movement, which is the metal movement, one of the 5 elements, metal is associated with a number of things. One, it's associated with blood because metal is at the center of your blood, iron, right? Iron is what makes the blood look red when it's exposed to oxygen. So that quality of the blood being associated with metal and metal being associated with kind of collecting dew, so it's always associated with water in an interesting way because it helps the flow of water. It helps water reformulate itself as the metal is cold and the air temperature is a little bit warmer. It tends to cool and let the water form out of the mist. So metal is primary to our existence as animals. We have the polarity of yin and yang in that chlorophyll and blood are very similar. The central core of those two polarities of living energy, right? Plant life and animal life, those are the yin and yang of living force on the planet. And so that living energy is associated with metal, either I think it's manganese or magnesium, I forget which is the chlorophyll, but the structure of the molecule is almost identical. Almost identical. And so that demonstrates how just a subtle difference of what's at the center of that molecule can make a change. So metal is associated with a number of things. One is that gold is very high frequency, high dynamic. It carries electricity in a particular way. It shields things. It's really used in a great number of things. So we think in terms of refining the gold of our consciousness. So let's play with that a little bit. I'm going to face away in a little bit for a moment. So if our original front is here and we have stepped back to make our first turn to go the other way, after our wood wind comes out, we're turning to the right. So we come back to our original front, we keep going with the wood wind, and then we come again back to our original front. Our feet end up in a parallel structure. Our arms are still out at this height of head, height of heart, and then your left hand covers your center. The right hand drops down as you lift your toes to turn. You reach behind you, coming up the back corner on the right. You come around and draw the energy straight down the center line while you shift and turn. Then you cover your dantian with your right hand and gather the gold to the left, reaching behind you, come over the top, come down the center line, and back to center. Now, I'm going to face you now so that you can see it, and I will do, you're going to use your right arm to gather first. I'm going to use my left arm so that we'll be doing the same thing in a mirror. So you're turning to your right, you come back to the front. Your right hand covers your dantian. Your left hand covers your dantian, and your right hand reaches back, up over the top, comes down the center line, shifting and turning. Cover your dantian and gather the gold to the other side. You reach back, come over the top, and come down, and cover your center. Okay? So that's the basic move. Now, the sound of metal is the word for metal, jing, J-I-N-G. Now, jing in Chinese, different words, but same sound, can mean metal, gold specifically. So high level frequency of that, but it also means energy exercise. So there is this idea of the energy that is, in the sense, these two different words, but they have a quality that is similar. So the jing sound, we're going to work it in this way that when you turn and you drop your hand down and you kind of open the pathway by shifting your weight away from that side, you reach back and gather. And as you do that, about the time your hand gets to about a 30 to 45 degree angle, you say the word jing, and you attempt to get the sound to vibrate in your hand as you speak the sound, and that sound is traveling through your bones. For example, if you put your hand on your chest and you just say a couple of words, just say the word jing, 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 you can feel the vibration in your chest from all of the resonant chambers in your body. You can feel it in your head, jing, right? You can feel that. So just like an opera singer, extends their gesture, their body will actually vibrate as part of the sounding board for that sound that comes out from our vocal cords. And we actually have two voices. We have when we make sound, we have these vocal cords here. Two sides are vibrating, but the sound occurs on a couple of different levels. So when we reach back and we say ding, when it gets up to the top, you inhale as you shift and turn the body. And then you cover your dantian with your right and you reach out with your left. Ding! Coming down the center line. Now, when I do this in class, I'll often have someone out here saying jing at the same time as I'm saying jing, and someone behind them sounding right down through the outside of the arm in the same way, so that we get additional voices to amplify the sound so that you can increase the sensation. Sound frequency moving through the body is very healing. That's why we do toning. It's one of the reasons we do toning. Okay, so feet in parallel. You've just come around to the front and you've been turning to, and I'm going to do a mirror, so you've been turning to the right. So your right hand gathers by reaching down. Ding! And then inhale as your hand comes down, shifting and turning. Then cover your belly and gather the gold to the left. Ding! Inhale on the way down. And we usually do it once on either side, but we're going to repeat it. Ding! Inhale down, shifting and turning, and then gather to the other side. Ding! Draw it down the center line, shifting and turning. Cover. Ding! And the more you practice this, the more you will relax your body enough and yet open the body enough in order for the sound to transmit more dynamically. And so think of sound waves as energy, much like when you crack a whip. The whip is the instrument for travel of the energy until the whip ends, and then the energy has to transform itself into sound waves with the crack of the whip. So the energy of that flow of physical energy going through the physical object is one thing, and then the sound is its expression after the medium has to change to the air around you. So the air molecules are now carrying that flow of energy. So, ding! Draw it down the center line. Ding! And you think of focusing your attention of your face and your sounding apparatus to point it to the hand as it comes through the space. And then you inhale, receiving it down inside you. Ching! Inhale down. Exhale out. Ching! Okay. All right. Let's put that together now as a flow up to that point. Because after this point, whether you've gone to the left or the right, whether you've started this situation by stepping back left or started the exercise by stepping back right, at this point, after the metal movement, then the last few moves are done in a parallel position, and it doesn't matter which way you've gone, to the left or the right, because it's just kind of an integrating process at that point. So let's flow through. Heels touching. I'm going to face away from you so you can follow me like we might be in physical class. Establish Wu Qi, spread your toes, settle your weight down, lightly grip the earth, soften the backs of the knees, tuck the tailbone under, supporting your internal organs with your pelvic bowl. Relax your chest down, float your collarbones up, lightly squeeze your shoulder blades together and back, sink your elbows, float your wrists, tuck your chin, float the crown of your head up, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Wu Qi. Then simply gazing to the left, center, gaze to the right, sink, float left, center, feet in parallel, lengthen up to the crown. Then as you sink down, palms up at your hips, pluck, gathering, your arms stretch out and come in front of the shoulders, extended arms, point the fingertips to each other, rotate the hands around the sphere, and pluck, squeezing your shoulder blades together and back as you sink down, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone. And again, gather. Your arms reach the width of shoulders apart. Point the fingertips to each other. Rotate the hands, the wrists, the elbows. Draw down and in, squeezing your shoulder blades together and back, lengthening up to the crown. And on the third gather, left hand over right, stepping back left, Tai Chi. Opening heart, opening mind. And then shifting forward on the right, right hand down, lotus palm, pluck up on the left, turning your body towards the left, palms to the sky. Then shifting back, right arm rising in a pluck, left hand sinking in a lotus palm, weight back, palms to the sky. Then shift forward again. So this is your third shift in this set of wings of eagles. Palms turn in, holding a frame like you're holding a large piece of glass. Shift back, holding that frame. Then go forward, high hand falling to your head, low hand swinging out and away. Shift back, fingers pointing in the opposite direction from where they're moving. Palms turn in still, shift forward to your heart height. Right hand close, left hand far away. Shift back, high, low stretch, release. One more time, shifting forward, right hand rising, shift back. Then pull it in, descending circles. Shrink it once. Smaller circle, turn your waist 2. Shrink it again, 3. Pat your belly. Palms up, fire, hold. Squeezing your elbows together. When the hands go above the head, shift back, elbows out, water. Down to the kidneys, front toes turn in as far as they can go. Shift, lift the left foot up and sweep out. Reach out and gather. Rotate your hands, pull into center, then push out and up to the height of your shoulders. Palms turn outward and downward at about 45 degrees. Then turn towards your back foot. Your right heel comes in, right hand rises. Shift, step toeing in, right hand down to the height of your heart. Pivot on your right heel, right hand rising. Toes up on the right. Shift on to the right, right hand down to the height of your heart. Shift on to the left, left hand going out. Turning to the right, come around to the front. Feet in parallel. Left hand covers your belly. Right hand gathers the gold. Right toes free. Ching! down the center line, shift, turn, cover your belly with your right, gather the gold to the left. Ching! Come down the center line, shifting and turning, and then both hands are at your belly. Good. Now, to make it a little bit easier for the second side, let's face, we would ordinarily be facing that same direction, but we're going to turn it a little bit. So when we step back with our right, we'll be facing the same direction. So let's start from, you come back to the front and your feet are in parallel. Then you start again from feet in parallel, reach out and gather. Rotate your hands, sink, pull into your hips. Gather, rotate your hands, draw them down into your hips. Gather, right hand over left this time, stepping back right, kai shing. Wings of eagles, where that hand goes, the weight goes down. Pluck on the way up, lotus palm on the way down, turn your body towards the ascending hand. And then once more forward, palms turn in, shift back, holding frame. Then as you go forward, high hand comes to your heart, low hand swings up and away, and then shift back, high, low stretch, fingers pointing to each other, release. High hand falls to the head, to the heart, low hand swings up and away to the height of the heart, then shift back, high, low stretch, and then once more, shifting forward and shifting back, then pull it in, descending circles. 1, you shrink the circle, turn your waist. 2, you shrink the circle. 3 times, pat your belly. Fire, hold. Squeezing the elbows together, chest is hollow, weight forward, then shifting back, elbows go outward, palms come down to your head, swing, water. Front toes lifted, turn your toes in, shift, sweep out with your right, shift forward and gather, adjusting your feet to a good bow stance. Rotate your hands, pull into center, push out and up to the height of your shoulders, palms turn out and down, turning towards your back foot, the empty foot, hand goes high, the weighted foot, hand goes down. 180-degree turn, toes up, toes down, hand down, another 180-degree turn, and yet one more. You come back around to your original front, right hand covers your belly, left hand gathers the gold, ching! Drawing it down the center line, shifting and turning. Then cover your belly with your left hand, gather the gold to the right, ching! Draw it down through the center line, shifting and turning. And then there your hands are at your belly, holding your dantian. And that's when we'll go into the next segment. All right, let's check in, see how you did.